Police officers are not our enemies. They are on our side. They have to be on our side and they must be on our side. That is why we are reaching out to everybody on how we are going to ask for a police reform. The police are trained to take orders. I understand everything, even what Very Dark Man said, trying to accuse the police systematically that they could have been taking bribe and getting involved in some dubious things. The truth is that most of these things are not done on their own. They don't do it on their own. They are doing it from the orders that they got from somebody. So even if things like that happen, we cannot blame the police officers that were involved singularly because they are trained to take orders and anything that they are asked to do, they must do it. So they are not the enemies. The enemies are those people using them, manipulating them against the good of the country. That is why we must come out to say no to police manipulation, favor mongering, and all sort of godfatherism in the police force because we need them to change Nigeria. They are not our enemies. I repeat, it is good that we think and that we see the things that they are doing wrong. For instance, there are some single out by single police officers, individual police officers, which could be seen as a natural factor because we are human beings. People do make mistakes. People do things out of their own thinking at times, as it happens all over the whole world. There are some policemen that make some mistakes, create offenses and all that. But most of the things that they do in Nigeria is manipulation, poverty. They are hungry. So some of them are forced to do the things they are not even supposed to do or they may have not done under normal circumstances on their own singularly, like those that sold guns, some that will go and be stealing from members of the country, citizens, Let's be sincere. These police officers are human beings and they react to situations too. So I'm not justifying the things that they do on singular basis, but some things that they do collectively are orders from the above. And once they do these things, they do it because someone has instructed them to do it and they cannot say no. Like they say in the police force, obey the last command. You must take orders from your superior as a force officer, whether a prison warden, whether an immigration officer, custom officer, navy officer, they are all trained to take orders. And once their superior give orders, they take. So the superiors are the ones that are being manipulated by the politicians at the top. Those are the people that we are saying are enemies of this country because they are not allowing the country to move forward the way it should move. So we are not against the police. We need them on our side. We want to bring them to our side. Police are the ones that will make government to work. We need them by our side. And that is why we are asking for a police reform that will put the police the way it's supposed to be so that they can fight corruption effectively in Nigeria. Corruption is the basic problem of Nigeria. Because people that may be awarded contracts, people that are supposed to do a lot of things, we talk about there is no electricity, there is no water, there is no this, there is no that. People have been given money to do these things. Government have the money to do these things, but they don't do it. They don't care because nobody is going to ask them. We cannot ask them as ordinary citizens. The only people that can ask them is also the police. So this is why we must reform the police force. Stick with us, stay with us while we make this change together.